Hello, third graders. I wanted to share the last chapter of Leprechauns Don't Play Basketball by Debbie Dady and Marsha Thornton Jones. Today we're going to be reading chapter 12. Before we start chapter 12, let's recap chapter 11, thinking about those characters. Again, Melody, Eddie, Howie, and Liza show themselves to be brave. Liza still is concerned about other people's feelings. She's concerned about Mr. O'Grady. She doesn't want to make him feel bad, but she does want to protect Mrs. Jeepers. Mrs. Jeepers becomes confident again. She is irritated at Mr. O'Grady for his actions. So we can think about our summary of the chapter using our somebody wanted but so then model. The third grade friends are shocked that Mr. O'Grady grabbed Mrs. Jeepers and started dancing with her. They want to make sure Mr. O'Grady doesn't steal the green brooch from Mrs. Jeepers. They think it is the fairy stone. But Mr. O'Grady is spinning Mrs. Jeepers too quickly and she can't reach her brooch. Mr. O'Grady is about to snatch the brooch. So Eddie dives and grabs Mr. O'Grady's ankle. When he falls, Liza plops on his chest and stares into his eyes. She tells him to leave Mrs. Jeepers alone and leave Bailey Elementary. Then Mrs. Jeepers rubs her green brooch and tells Mr. O'Grady the school is not a place for his shenanigans or tricks. The kids hope the plan worked. So let's check out chapter 12. It is called The End of the Rainbow. So I wonder, is this the end of the road for Mr. O'Grady? Will he be sent back to Ireland? Let's read to find out what happens at the end of the book. Chapter 12, The End of the Rainbow. It started to sprinkle shortly before lunch, and angry storm clouds dumped sheets of rain during math. Mrs. Jeepers didn't mention her strange dance in gym that morning, but she did seem more cheerful. The rain slowed to a sprinkle during science, and by the time the bell rang to end the school day, the sun was trying to peep through the clouds. Melody, Liza, Eddie, and Howie stood under the oak tree. Big plops fell from the branches and plopped on their heads. Look, Melody pointed, a rainbow. Liza, Howie, and Eddie looked to see a full rainbow arching across the sky. It's beautiful, Liza said. I wonder if it really does lead to the Emerald Isle. We'll know tomorrow, Howie said, if Mr. O'Grady is gone. When Mrs. Jeepers greeted the children the next morning, she looked like her regular self. She wore black pointy boots, a black skirt, a starched white lace collar, and her bat bracelet. And at her neck was the sparkling green brooch. Her hair was swept back in a proper ponytail, and she smiled her odd little half smile. Good morning, children. Did you get to see the lovely rainbow yesterday? I'm looking at the picture and it shows the kids pointing to the very full rainbow. Yes, it was the biggest rainbow I've ever seen, Melody said. The rainbow seemed to put everyone in a good mood. Everyone, that is, except Coach Ellison. He nearly growled when the kids got to the gym. I don't know what you did to Mr. O'Grady, but whatever it was, you made him leave. He left me a note saying he wanted to go back home where it was safe. All right. Howie slapped Eddie on the back. We did it. I guess we showed him who the master tricksters are, Eddie bragged. Liza smiled. I guess Bailey Elementary isn't big enough for a vampire and a leprechaun. Melody giggled. I don't think Bailey Elementary is big enough for a leprechaun and us. And that is the end of the book. So what do you think, third graders? Did you think that Mr. O'Grady was a leprechaun? How about Mrs. Jeepers? Do you think she is a vampire? What did you think of the story? What was your favorite part? If you liked this story, check out some of the other Bailey School Kids books. There are many of them. My favorite is Vampires Don't Wear Polka Dots. Check them out. Have a great day.